Hello and welcome back, all my Dragon Ball theorists. I think we all had a feeling that the final battle of the universe would end up at Earth. It's just we didn't know when. After Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 54, we now know that the timetable is set. In 2 months, Moro and his army of darkness will descend upon Earth to absorb all of its precious energy and life. The question is, how do Earth's mightiest heroes prepare for this ominous enemy, and what part will everyone play in this epic battle? Obviously, we will have Goku and Vegeta returning to Earth after their power-ups and training to face off against Moro. However, there's also a very capable army at Moro's disposal as well, and we've seen how troublesome they can be with the artificial lifeform 7-3, being able to store up to 3 different fighters' abilities and use them. We also haven't seen the rest of this elite army really fight yet, or their leader Saganbo display his powers. This Saganbo had to end up as the leader of this terrifying group because he has his own set of special abilities and power. In the meantime, as of the last chapter, Jaco bought Earth some time for our heroes to recover and prepare. We are all thankful that Earth is safe for now, however the countdown has begun for this grave threat to return in just 2 months. So in this video, let's explore who will help defend Earth against Moro and his army and just how they will prepare for the epic battle. When we reflect on Gohan's fight against 7-3, I don't think we can be too upset about the outcome. As expected, Gohan is incredibly powerful in the manga and had 7-3 easily defeated in terms of battle power, but Moro planned for his fighters to potentially run into a stronger enemy, and he allowed 7-3 to store his absorption technique in case it was ever needed, a technique that is almost impossible to counter. One that caused the strongest fighters in the universe, Goku and Vegeta, to also be absorbed and cast away easily, despite their incredible power, so I wouldn't be too upset that Gohan didn't pull out the win because of these hack abilities that were used. If it wasn't for this, then Gohan would have ended this fight right there with his powerful Kamehameha, so I would give credit to Moro for being able to plan for the unexpected so far as he extends his reach and reshapes the universe to his liking. With that said, Gohan and Earth's fighters won't make the same mistake twice. Given enough time and information, they will be able to counter even the most difficult opponents. So these 2 months Moro has given him isn't going to work out in his favor. A great example of this was at the Zen exhibition match when Gohan fought against Lavender's poison. With time to prepare for the tournament, when Goku was attacked by Lavender, he was able to use a barrier, making himself immune to the technique. He thought up of a counter move with Gohan. Obviously, the anime is a slightly different continuity than the manga, and the Zen exhibition match wasn't the same, but the ideas are interchangeable. What I mean by that is we just saw the manga pay tribute to the anime where Gohan performed the exact same type of Kamehameha against 7-3 that Goku used against Kefla. So can Gohan now come up with a plan with all the Z fighters to find a way to prevent their powers from being stolen by Moro's technique? An idea that was similar to what was devised with Goku in the anime. Yes, I think Gohan is smart enough to devise a tactic, but Goku is off training and trying to find out a way currently with mirrors in the time chamber, so he will have to turn to the other fighters on Earth to find a solution to this problem. There are 2 months on the scoreboard, and when it comes to defending Earth, that is plenty of time to come up with a plan. If Earth is to survive, everyone will likely be brought in on this one. Maybe even some Yamcha action for those fans, but I imagine we will see something similar to the Tournament of Power team. Which means getting the androids involved, and with the help of everyone on Earth, they just might be able to devise a tactic against Moro's magic. So could involving these androids with their different ki or energy that they produce be a solution to countering Moro's magic? Which is the first idea that many of us in the community have asked. Will the androids' energy be able to even be absorbed? Is it possible that their energy will be immune to this ability, similar to how Buu wasn't affected by it? Currently, Buu, with the Grand Supreme Kai awakened, was the only one to even match up to Moro because of his unorthodox fighting and being immune to the energy draining. The problem is, even if the androids are immune, that still leaves Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi just giving Moro and his army energy, making the situation unwinnable. Moro would steal their energy and siphon it to his army, increasing their power. So everyone needs to be able to counter this tactic, not just the androids or Goku and Vegeta when they return. An idea is that Android 17, who's very proficient in barriers, could create one around them when Moro goes to drain all their energy, but it isn't very practical of an approach. Also, Moro has an entire Tournament of Power team since there are 10 fighters in his army, which means the androids and everyone will have their hands full, so I don't think this type of barrier approach will work during the battle. I see everyone sitting and discussing the upcoming fight at the Kami House and how they have to prepare differently than they ever have before because power alone won't win this encounter. which is where Master Roshi comes in with his experience and strange techniques. Master Roshi might have a special method that would prevent our heroes from having their energy absorbed, a secret technique that is tremendously difficult to master, but our heroes have 2 months and we also have the time chamber. I enjoy the idea that everyone should be relevant in this arc, and it would be pretty nostalgic for Master Roshi to be training them all for the upcoming battle. So how can Master Roshi train everyone in the time chamber this secret technique? Well, a common misconception is that only 2 people can enter at once, since there's only enough provisions set up to accommodate 2 people for a year. However, that isn't the case, as there have been more than 2 people in there at once, and Dende has also been constantly making improvements to the time chamber we saw in Super, changing the limit of how many times someone can enter to train in there. So if Dende can change the rules and limits of the time chamber and improve its structure, then there is no reason to believe he can't make it so there is living quarters to accommodate everyone to go in there with Master Roshi to learn a technique for an extended period of time. I also picture the entire training with Piccolo, Gohan, Tien, and Krillin in the time chamber with Master Roshi would be an interesting one. Now, of course, I'm not saying this will happen, it's just that there has to be some way that all of Earth's heroes are able to counter Moro's magic, or I feel that they will be worthless in this fight. Now, another interesting point that I want to bring up is, where is the Supreme Kai? Anytime any evil villain starts to cause problems in the universe, the Supreme and Elder Kai on their homeworld start watching in their crystal ball. However, they haven't even appeared yet in this story. They absolutely have to be aware of someone going around eating all the planets and the impending doom that Earth is facing, especially since this was a battle the Grand Supreme Kai had to fight 10 million years ago. Is the Supreme and Elder Kai aware the Lord of Lords was awakened inside of Buu? Have they been watching the destruction that Moro is causing in the universe, and can the Elder Kai potentially offer any advice to the heroes of Earth? Keep in mind, the Elder Kai has magical abilities from the which he fused with, and was the Supreme Kai long before the fight against Moro happened 10 million years ago. Maybe it's possible that the Elder Kai can offer a way to stop Moro from using his magic against Earth's heroes. Moro has stated that the only one who ever stood in his way was the great Lord of Lords who stole his abilities. Is it possible that maybe the Elder Kai, who is known for his magical abilities, can also accomplish something similar? The reason why no one knows this is because while Moro was on his destructive path millions of years ago, the Elder Kai was sealed in the Z Sword. So if the Elder Kai can seal Moro's magic up, even for a little bit of time, that could be the chance everyone needs to defeat him and his army. Since the Elder Kai is so old, it would be interesting if he could only contain Moro's magic for 30 minutes, and in that time, he has to be defeated. Moro is still incredibly strong and a very capable fighter, but at least this would give everyone the chance they need. Goku and Vegeta against Moro with 30 minutes to defeat him, so he doesn't absorb the rest of the Z fighters, leaving them helpless against his army. One of the things I love about this arc so far is there are so many directions to take the story. We have so many unknowns besides Moro, like why the Angel Mirrors is in Universe 7. Now I want to hear from you. Who do you think will be standing up against the 10 fighters in Moro's army? In the 2 months of preparation for this battle, what plan will be put in place that will prevent Moro from using his magic on everyone on Earth? Will it be the androids since they have a different type of energy? Master Roshi with a special technique? Or perhaps the Elder Kai with his magical abilities? Or something else that we haven't yet discussed? I hope that everyone that was celebrating the holidays yesterday was able to relax and enjoy it, and also everyone else around the world that is watching. I know in different countries we all have holidays we celebrate, so don't forget to take time off when you can to have fun and enjoy life, since that is the reason we are alive. Now I always love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Twitter, as we have a lot of awesome discussions on there from time to time to keep you up to date on news and information. Also, please subscribe to support the channel and turn on that notification bell to keep those theories coming.